cara do metal aqui. Tô aqui com Offspring. So let's start this interview. What is the perception of Rock in Rio in the United States of America? What's the reputation of the festival?
I think people know it. They know that it's one of the biggest festivals in the world. I think that's what they know about it. Like, oh, that's that big festival down there in South America, right? Wouldn't you say?
For sure. I think they probably know it as one of the biggest festivals anywhere in the world, and all the bands that have played it. But I don't know that, I don't hear too much from people I know in America asking about it. Just, oh, that's the one festival. They know it, and they know it's huge.
Right.
But yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Which takes me to the next question. How does it feel to now be hitting the main stage of Rock in Rio?
That's right. It's about time. Even when we played other stages before, but it's so huge. You play in front of a giant audience, so that's not really what's important to us. We just love being able to come and play in front of the audience. And
I thought we were always on the main stage. I didn't know.
Nobody told us.
Yeah. I mean, it was big enough as it is. Now I'm really scared.
Yeah.
This is the bigger stage. Now I'm really scared.
So you're hearing first from me that now you're in the big stage.
Two guys before you.
Yeah.
I thought so.
But today,
Yeah. So this, because you know how TikTok works. Are you guys single? I'm just asking for a friend.
We are not. Neither of us are single. We both are either have wives and or girlfriends.
Oh, great.
Yes.
And or.
So sorry, guys.
Yeah.
So can I ask for some tips, like tips for kids that are just getting into rock music? Like what should you listen to? What should you not listen to?
Listen to music you do like. Don't listen to music that you don't like.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
You want to be open-minded about new music. You got to give everything a shot. But if you don't like it, don't listen to it.
But do you have like some bands like the Offspring that you like and you think good starter bands, or no?
Oh, there's tons of great music out there to listen to. If you want to know like what's really happening in punk rock right now, I would start with the Bronx. The Bronx is great. Then there's all kinds of like up and coming kind of underground stuff that's happening too. A lot of Australian great stuff. Amel and the Sniffers from Australia is great. Also the Chats. You got to check out the Chats. They're great. The Chats, from Australia.
Australian band.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're starting a band, the idea is that you listen to all these things that you love, and eventually you mix it together and make your own thing, right? So, you can't.
That was the next question.
Yeah, you can't go wrong starting with the Ramones and the Sex Pistols and the Dead Kennedys, and we could go on and on, of course, the Rolling Stones and all that stuff. But those are good places to start, and then you can get in all the crazy stuff like the Chats.
The Chats aren't crazy. The Chats are just great. It's just really all about the spirit. The music is kind of simple, but it's great. How do you? That's the key. How do you take three chords and make them sound new and add like a new kind of spirit to them? I mean, AC/DC was able to do that. The Ramones are able to do that. The Chats are able to do that.
I think that's the spirit of punk rock, right?
For sure.
So it's great because I don't know those bands. So it's a great advice for me for something new to try out.
Yeah.
But
you like metal. You might like the Bronx a little bit more. The Bronx have a little bit more kind of riff rock happening.
Hardcore
but very hardcore. Just the singer Matt's just got a great voice, and the band is phenomenal. So yeah, you might want to check them out.
Great tips. So tips for people that you are just starting to get into this. Tips for people that are starting a band, like young people in school starting a band. Do you have some tips?
Try to make great music. Don't worry about being on MTV. Don't worry about being a TikTok viral sensation. Just make great music. Work on that. Make music you love. Find like-minded people. But then, if your video does go viral, be open to that kind of opportunity, and don't shy away from it.
Yeah, because if you're viral but your music sucks,
if you're viral and your music sucks, yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a dead end.
But some people work with that. I've not paid anything to it. So, my favorite song of yours, I think it's not the most usual pick, is Have You Ever?
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, interesting.
I've heard this song the first time on an English course here in Brazil. They put the song, so we learned the have you ever phrase, like when you're asking if someone's ever done something. And your song is perfect for the English course because you say like a dozen times have you ever. What's the inspiration for the song?
The inspiration for the song?
Yeah.
I think it's, it's just when you're trying to figure out how to make sense of the world, right? And it's like the song talks about have you ever, felt like you're outside of yourself or that you don't belong or that no one's listening to you. These kinds of feelings, these negative feelings that I think people deal with. And we try to address that in our songs because they're unpleasant feelings, but I think it's important to talk about them because that's how people work through it. And that was sort of why I wrote that song that way.
Yeah, it makes sense. It has just that philosophical side.
For sure.
I like questions. Questions make me think. Like answers are just information.
Yeah.
Have you ever just questions?
Well, I think that's what Have You Ever is all about. You're like, what is the saying? Not knowing is uncomfortable, but like having a sense of sureness is ridiculous. Like, knowing for sure is, absolutely sure is ridiculous. Nobody knows absolutely for sure, but then also not knowing is kind of uncomfortable. Have You Ever's kind of deals with that one.
Give a man a fish. No, wait, that's
No.
different.
Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish and he'll drink beer on a boat for like all day.
Here in Brazil, they take that phrase and turn it in something else, like something political. But I know where you're coming from.
Okay.
Okay, so it's all over. Thanks for the
Sure, thank
interview.
you. Yeah, it was nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you, the metal
Did
guy.
you guys like the
Yeah.
conversation?
Yeah.
Can you do like the horns?
Ocaradometal.
Ah! Thanks, guys.
Sure, man.
It was a
Yeah.
pleasure.